So let's do the little morning star or lone star. So here's how I do it. Now, again, your board may not be exactly 12 inches, or you're doing a 24 inch, it may not be exactly 24. So I like to find the center and draw my pattern out this way. And that way, whatever is left around the edges can be the border. Whether it ends up being 1 1/4 or 1 1/8 or 1/16, whatever, I know that I've got this right. So that's what I'm going to show you. And I'm going to just start drawing my lines that I need to make sure that I find the center. And then I'll start drawing it in a different color so you can see the pattern. So I'm just going all the way across. And that's my center. But I need to find the center on these too. Okay, so we've found our center. So what we want to do now, we're going to draw a line that's 5 inches. And I'm going to use a different color so you know. So we're going to go to 2 1/2 and draw a 5-inch line. That's the vertical. And then we're going to do the same thing horizontally. Okay, now for our diagonal lines, they need to be 7 inches. So we're going to put our ruler on 3 1/2 in the center and draw a 7-inch line. All right, now here, let's start on the right and the left. We're just going to do both of them at the same time. We need, since this was 5 1/2, this was 5, so half of that is 2 1/2. So we're going to draw these lines 2 1/2 inches. So I put my ruler, I got it straight up here, and I'm going to draw a 2 1/2 inch line to the left. I'm going to draw a 2 1/2 inch line to the right. See that? I'm going to come down to the bottom line, the bottom of our 7-inch mark. I'm going to do the same thing. 2 1/2 and 2 1/2. So now let's go to the right and line it up. We're going to do that. Those are going to be 2 1/2 inches too. But so you can line it up, make sure you're getting it straight. If you just line up where you drew before. You see how that's straight? 2 1/2. Okay, now what we want to do is just draw and connect these lines. And see how, wait a minute, I'll show you, let me get this done. And like I say, there's a lot of different ways to make an 8-point star. But I wanted to do it this way because this 12-inch piece of paper it could be just as 11 1/4 or something, and that could be like, that's what your board is. It's not exactly 12 by 12 once the saw gets a hold of it. Now you see how these lines are straight. So we need to go in the middle of this block. I'm trying to make sure I got my ruler in the right place. So that is 2 1/2. So we want to mark in the center would be 1 1/4. We need to do that on every one of them. On every one of our lines up here. Just try to make sure you get it in the center. Almost got it. You have to do it on every one of them. And this line too. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're just going to connect these lines. Now, this might look kind of weird because I got this thick marker that I'm drawing with. But they all should kind of line up. So when you're making your pattern, when you're painting it, you'll end up with real crisp, clear lines if they're all even. Alright. Now we have to draw. We have to put a tick mark. These lines is 3 1/2. So half of that. Is 1 3/4. So every one of the 3 1/2. Okay, sorry y'all, the camera cut off just as I was marking these lines. So you didn't see any of this. So let me kind of go over it again. So I marked these lines and they're 3 1/2. So I needed to go to 1 3/4. And I marked all these longer lines. And then all I had to do, once I got the longer lines marked here, these, all the longer lines, and then all I had to do was just come and connect those. And that made our blocks. And I'm sorry, I wish that camera would yell at me or something. Tell me something when it cuts off. It was the battery. I wore it out. Alright, so you got 4 blocks on each star point. And then for the border, I just drew 1 inch around. But I also wanted this green around my border as well. So I just drew 1 inch, come down 1 inch, and then went over. So That's 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. And so here's the green. That's what I was showing you there. There's the green. So, okay. So now take a screenshot of that. And take you a screenshot of this one. Now, I'll try to hook this one onto the end of this last video, but I have an 18 by 18 inch that I did. I think I used different color around here. I can't remember. But anyway, so that you can see that in an 18 by 18. If you wanted to do a 24 by 24, just take the measurements that I just gave you and double them. So instead of that being 5 inches, it'll be 10. Instead of that, this one being 7, it'll be 14. Instead of that being 2 1/4, it'll be 4 1/2. And then, you know, just divide whatever your lines are this way and connect them. So anyway, now let me get the colors to show you. For the light green, I used, where did it go? Hadn't brought them over here. I used succulent leaves. For the border around here, this is a light green right here, it's succulent leaves. So for this border, I used golden chime. For the very dark green here, I used favorite green. Which, if you're doing these now, I have to tell you, if you're going to do it on a 1 by 1, be sure you just use very, very light coats. If you get too much paint on there, it's going to be a nightmare and a half. Nightmares and a half is not good. But anyway, for this orange, dark orange, I use Crimson Glow. And the lighter color is Caramel Cream. I was just trying to use fall colors. And for my background, I use Nasberry. Okay, didn't tell you what they are. Succulent Leaves is Glidden. Golden Chime is Valspar. Favorite Green is Valspar. Crimson Glow is Valspar. Caramel Cream, Valspar. And Nasberry is Bear. And that was a sample. I got some different colors for the backgrounds. And I didn't want to buy Porch until I saw what I liked. So I will be buying that Tanglewood Park and Nasberry. The next time I get it, I'll be buying Porch because I love it. It's so pretty. It just makes it a little bit different than the bright white, but not enough to take away from your pattern. Okay, so that's the end of the 3 parts. So I wanted to let you know I have a couple of Christmas ones coming up. I'm going to come up for Christmas. Y'all can't see that. There you go. It's still not up high enough, is it? Give y'all a nervous breakdown. Got that one coming up for Christmas. I have this one which has glitter in the paint. It's pretty. It's coming up for winter time, but you could leave it out a long time. And let's see if I can get this one in there any better now. That's the 2x2. All right, then I have a skinny 1x3 tree and a nutcracker that I promised a subscriber that I was going to do. So I'll do the nutcracker probably after the snowflake and before the Christmas tree. I'll try to get that done. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this 3-parter. I just didn't know how else to do it. I'll talk to y'all later.